Yeah, I'm on, I think. Hi. Sorry about that. I'm downloading the images and uh putting them in the right folder so we can start looking at these and editing. So thanks for everyone that's joining me today on today's live photo editing live stream, where you can submit your images for me to edit using Olympus Workspace, and assuming it doesn't crash. And also, I usually put a picture out that you guys can edit one of mine. That again, I always try to give you something kind of interesting or something you can work with. But thanks everybody that's here. Let me finish setting up here, and we'll get started. So those are the viewer edits, photo edits. Wow, you guys, there's some really cool edits on my photo here. Can I just drag these? Yeah, just like that. Cool. All right, I think I got it. I have a chat window too here. Let me squeeze. Something like that. I need to see what you guys are saying, because if I almost have to have a chat window when I do photo editing, because I can't see your comments when I'm doing photo editing at the same time. All right, let's see who's here. Music Sound Gear, hi. I think you had a question about cropping, right? I'll get to that. And how no, I'll post it earlier this week if it's going to be on a different day. So when you go to my channel page, you'll see the day and time it's going to start if it's not going to be on Sunday. John McCormick. It's ought to be fun. Good to see you. Why am I changing days? Sunday PM is great. Just because you know, the weekends, you know, like I was saying, my family is free. My sister and her husband, they have a boat, and I like today would be a great day to go out on the boat, right? But after I finish all these live streams, I'm a little bit tired, and usually they wrap up things on Sunday and go home. And Saturdays, I could go out and hang out on the boat, but sometimes, you know, I'd like to spend the night there and go boating out in the morning again, do some fishing and whatever else, you know, you do on a boat. The thing is, you know, they spend like half their summer fixing the boat so they can take it out. And then, so now they've got it all fixed and it's actually, you know, seaworthy. So we can go out boating now. So now is a good time for me to take the weekend and spend a weekend with them boating. And I can get some great pictures too, right? But with the streams being on Sunday, so maybe just temporary, like just for late summer, like starting next week into September. And then they put their boat in storage again, and you do all kinds of things, right? You know, for dry docking it, right? You got to prep it. And by the time they take it back out for the next summer, like 10 things have broken again while it was in dry dock for some reason. So they spent another half some anyway. Owning a boat is something. It's a lot of work. But that's why it'd only be temporary. Because I prefer Sunday mornings personally. But it kind of interferes with that schedule because everyone else is free on the weekend and I'm not. So I want to just free up the weekend just for the summer. I can spend some time with my family, that's all. And Roberto's watching on a Pi with a Kodi. I'm not familiar with Raspberry Pis. I know they're these little tiny things. I've seen a lot of thumbnails about how tiny these tiny computers. Interesting. John Yutze, good to see you. Lysippus, hi. Serge, hi. Yeah, I'd like to enjoy myself a little bit. And Bob, it's good to see you. Okay, so let me answer. I think it was Music Sound Gear. Well, that was you, right? You had the question about cropping, right? So let's start with the first image. And so let's say I crop this image, right? Like I want to do this. You hit enter, you do everything. It doesn't crop in, right? It just shows you the outline. Well, you just go over to the next panel here. You click on this, and now it's cropped. But as long as you're in the cropping window or panel, all you get to do is crop whatever you want, but then to see it actually get applied, you just click over to another panel. That's all. So let's see. At robtrek, do you do what you got to do? It's your life. We'll be here. Oh, thanks. All right, so let's look at this image. This is really nice. Oh, we have a little rainbow, so we got to save that. I can't really see it go up above these clouds, so it's going behind the clouds a little bit. Ah, there's lots of beautiful things in this image. Looks a little bit like the Shenandoah Mountains. Like in Virginia. Is this in Shenandoah? Who sent this in? Jason Green. EM1 Mark III with... Let's look at the EXIF real quick. Oh, come on. Go over here. It says here, EM1 Mark III, 14 to 150 kit. F5.6. 60, ISO 64, 1/80th of a second, 34 millimeters. Okay, it's Blue Ridge in North Carolina. I thought they looked really familiar. This mountain line. This is very, very familiar to Shenandoah, which is an extension of the whole Blue Ridge, right? Skyline stuff. I'm thinking about moving to North Carolina one day, or Tennessee with Walter. Walter's thinking about it too. For retirement. Okay. So yeah, good exposure. I mean, I don't see why you didn't just use ISO 200 though. Whenever you go too low in ISO, it's kind of artificial processing going on. ISO 200 is about the most native ISO you can use. So that's the only thing I would change there exposure wise. And I'm gonna crop out this bottom part because this is not adding anything here. I think I'm gonna focus right here. I'm gonna do a 16:7 crop. Oh, I have 16:9. Let me see. It's okay. Oh, let me get my big head out of the way. There. That might work actually. 16:9. Let me try 16:7 though. So you can add your own custom aspect ratios just by doing that. I think a little wider shot like this, because the clouds up here aren't quite as interesting. I still don't like this part here though. And this might be too high. So I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna stick to this. I'm gonna stick to it right here. And I'm on a new computer, by the way, for those of you that weren't in the last stream, so hopefully the edits will go a lot faster. And let's see. Add some dehaze, see if that brings the rainbow out. It might kill the rainbow, but... What picture mode were you in here? Muted. Let's go to vivid. And... Ooh, we clipped the cloud using vivid. Or was that the haze clipped it? So let's bring that back a little bit. Did the haze... This should not be clipped. Let me bring this all the way down. Yeah, it is clipped. Okay, so we're not going to save that cloud no matter what we do. So I'm going to bring the dehaze back. And I'm going to warm up the image with some white balance. Bit too much. Okay, this image is just a little bit dark. But if I raise the exposure up here, I start clipping everything. I'm gonna pull it in. Let me work with clarity instead of dehaze. Yeah, something's got to give, right? See if we can... Where are these tones? These tones are right about there. Let me put a pin here and see if I can raise it a tiny bit. Dang it, I might have to go black and white, but then we lose the rainbow. Wow, this is harder than it looks. I thought this would be an easy one just when I pulled it up. But the more I work with it, the more I'm jacking it up. Let me reset that. Dang it, let me reset this. I mean, the crop I'm pretty okay with. What if I just crop out the clouds? Hey, Levente, how are you? Yeah, this is harder than it looks. I kind of like... All right. I'm sorry that I didn't think this one would be so hard. I might have to forget the rainbow. I hate to do that, but I'm gonna forget the rainbow. Like, I just cannot get the colors where I want. Everything else is so flat that I'm not gonna be able to save it. Just in colors might do it. Because the clouds are just clipped. Let me see. Let's add some greens and blues back in and see. Crank up the yellows for the rainbow. Nope. There's just not enough color in there to... And this dehaze is... Something is clipping the clouds like crazy. All right, Dave, we'll see you later. Oh, you know, clipping the clouds is ruining the image. So what I really need... And there's no saving these. That one is totally gone. This one is... Let me look at these. They are just... Yeah, they're all clipped. So what I gotta do, I gotta do a different crop. I like the wide crop, but I can't have these clipped images in the picture. So let's do something more like this. We do front and center. That doesn't look right. Rainbow's got an arc. All right. Let's work with this now. Oops, I accidentally changed it, but that's all right. Wow. You know what you need to use, if you didn't, you need to use a polarizer filter to really kind of cut through this haze a little bit to get more definition in the mountains. And then bracket the shot, because the clouds and this, man, there's just too much difference here in the exposure range. Oh, usually just 24 hours WTG. Okay, I think that's all I can do. I'd rather do black and white though. I just don't have enough colors. And then use a red. Let's use a green filter, see if that brings out some of the greens. Tiny bit. Now we're kind of getting there. Where's my contrast? And sharpness. And exposure. Maybe 2/3 of a stop. Let's see. Oof. Totally killed the skies, but I can't do anything about it. I'm gonna stop here because I'm dying. I'm dying here. This image was a lot harder than I thought. And it's not rendering. Why not? Even this 8-core 16-thread machine cannot render with Workspace. Unbelievable. Oh, there's a setting I need to do in Workspace that I probably didn't set yet. What's the other thing? Let me put this on low. Let me check my options here. Retain, soft. Embed profile. That's checked. Something to do with displaying raw images. I don't see it here right now. I have to do it next time. But it's just not rendering. But this is where I would go with it. I would go black and white because the colors are totally washed out, and I wish Workspace would render this image properly. See, it keeps snapping back to this low res. There's a setting I'm missing. I have not done a video on Workspace settings. I don't think I can separate the rainbow and color music with gear. Dang it. All right, let's move on. But that's, if we look at the before and after, you can kind of see where I was going, right? With this, at least in black and white, I was able to kind of recover the tones. I just could not save the rainbow or these clouds. Everything is overexposed. So I think a bracketed shot would have saved it otherwise. Oh, man. Yeah, Jason, sorry about that, man. That's the best I could do with that. All right, let's see what we got here. Slightly misfocused. It focused right here. So let's see if we can try a little brighter pop art. We'll tone it down a bit. I haven't seen Randy today. He must be out taking pictures or something. Back the saturation off a little bit off the pop art. And crop in. We'll stick to 4:3. About right there. And to add a little vignette. Let me think. I think I would go tighter, but since the moth is out of focus, we don't want to go too tight. But let's see if we can bring a little bit of the detail back. Using unsharp mask. So we're going to need a rather large radius to do it. That's too much. Maybe 3 pixels. Yeah. Okay. Now, highlights a little bit off. Let's bring it back the easy way, like this. Okay. And just to cheat a little bit on the colors, let me increase the reds here. Reds and oranges a little bit. I'd like to make the wings stand out a little bit more. And let's bring the greens down. Brighten up that magenta purple a little bit. There we go. Some of the darker purples. There we go. Hey Jeff, how are you? Okay, I think I'm done. Maybe just a hair more vignette. Too much red, you think, Bob? Maybe. I don't know. After I put the vignette in, it kind of toned it down a little bit, but I'll take a little bit of red off. All right. I toned it down a little bit, but I like it right about there. That's just enough in the moth. So let's do it before and after. So yeah, that looks pretty good. This over here on the left, you know, a little bit flat, right? But on the right, wow. Depending which screen I look at, it looks really rich on this screen, and then on this screen it's not. I have to calibrate these two now. That'll be my next job this week. But yeah, that looks pretty good, I think. A little bit of crop to focus on the moth. Okay. Nice shot, Bob. This is your shot. Okay. Let me see something. Let's see. Yeah, but you just misfocused a tiny bit on the moth. Do a full screen. It's just not resolving though. Let me punch in and make it resolve. I don't know why. I guarantee there's a setting I'm missing. There we go. See how it snaps back? I gotta fix that. I just cannot. Give me a second. Let me. Here it is. Display raw images with priority on speed. Let me turn that off. That's what it is. Okay, I found it. It's pretty close to the real color, I think, nature. All right, now let's go full screen. Now we got the resolution. Dang it. Yeah, always make sure you got that setting checked off in your workspace. That looks good. Okay. I lost power. Oh, give me a second. Dang it. I don't know why I lost power, but it reset everything. Okay, I think I'm back. Let me see. Am I still connected with you guys? Yeah, you guys are still here. Wow, there's 48 people here. That's awesome. Okay. All right, good. Scroll back down. Don't know how I missed it. The green square was right on the moth's body. You know, if you're shooting in single point AF, Bob, change to continuous AF. CAF. Because sometimes, you know, when you push the shutter button, and make sure you got those two settings in your camera turned off so that it doesn't take a picture unless it's locked focus. So when I do close-up shots, I used to use SAF, right? But now when I do shots like this, I use CAF, but I have to make sure that other settings turn off. Lens release, something in this AF menu, you need to have turned off. All right, let's see. Let's go to the next one. Wow, look at this coastline. Nobody on the beach though. But it doesn't look like winter. Man, that's beautiful. What is this thing? It's a little house in here. There's a couple of people walking. God, this is huge, this beach. Look how tiny these people are. I bet these are sheep or something. Scattering all over. Either that or bales of hay. But I bet it's sheep. And somebody camping here. They got a little tent. Interesting. Alright, so... Wow. There's nothing needs to be done to this image. Maybe just trim off some of the sky. So it's 16 by 9. You know... Maybe clear up the water with a little dehaze. And I think we're done. So we'll do a 16 by 9. Come down here. A little dehaze for the water. Or clarity for the water. Actually, the water's a little bit... Yeah, just a little bit of clarity. Then we put a little bit of warmth in. I might have to work with the color wheel a little bit. Wow, it's already a 6200K. Just a little bit more warmth. And man, my neighbors, I know you guys can't hear it. Man, somebody's screaming at the top of their lungs, though. There's always drama. I live in the ghetto. There's always drama next door. My neighbor over here is awesome, but the neighbor over here... I love the guy that owns the house, but he rents a lot of the rooms out. In his little tiny house, he rents all these rooms out to these... Just, a little more yellow. Sorry, I lost my concentration because I know you guys can't hear, but there's a lot of screaming going on behind me. There, I think that's all I'm gonna do. This is a really nice image. Let me see what colors these are. Let me see if I can do something with the blues a little bit. It's kind of a blue-green. Yeah, let me do a little bit of luminance. All right, that's good. And I'm just going to touch the tone curve a tiny bit. That might be a mistake. Right there. Okay. Guns N' Roses again. No, no. Not music, just people screaming and fighting at each other. I know, can't we just all get along? Okay, I think I'm done. Beautiful shot, though. This was a, we didn't even look at the EXIF here. EM1 Mark III, 12-40 Pro, f8. 200, ISO 200. I would have shot this at f5.6, but other than that, perfect exposure. Oh, okay, this is near Michael. Near Michael, Rosili Bay. Wow, God, you're so lucky. Let's look at it before and after here. Okay, so basically what I did is I warmed it up a little bit, added a little clarity for the water, and then I increased the yellows and orange because I wanted to kind of accentuate the way the sun's kind of hitting the grass over here. And then I brightened up the blues because I really liked how this blue was coming out. So I just wanted to bring it out a little bit more. So that's why I added some blue for the sky and a little bit for the water on the green side. So we'll do a full screen and then 16 by 9 crop, right? Really nice. I might add a tad bit of sharpening, but other than that, this is fine. I think that's, let me check your settings here. Everything's off. Wow, you got everything right. I would just add some sharpening. And that's it. Okay, let's move on. Really nice. Is this yours, Soft to be Fun? Really, really good image. Let's see, let me look at the before and after again. I mean, the before and after, there's not much difference here. It's a little brighter over here. But anyway, okay, let's move on. Okay, yeah, really nice. Really nice, Soft to be Fun. Ooh, okay, we have some kind of architecture and lights and a party. There's a restaurant. Oh, we have some chromatic aberration here around these lights. So we're gonna fix that if we can. Must be at a fairly high ISO, like 3200 or something. Let's see. What do we use here? I have no data. All I know is a JPEG. Canon M100. The EXIF is right in the file name. It's a Canon M100 with a kit lens. From about a year ago. Okay. I like this house, but there's not enough of it over here. And then I think this is the shot right here. We'll just do a reflection shot, then clean it up a bit. So I'm gonna do a square crop. Come in just a little tighter on the top. We'll put these light balls front and center. A little bit tighter. Then let's straighten it. Let me see. These things are all uneven. But what needs to be straight is the building. I think we're okay. As far as I can tell. A tiny bit off here. Okay, close enough. And let me see. This might be too tight. I like these umbrellas over here too. Let me go a little bit wider. Let's go tight 16 by 9. I want to capture as much of the party back here, or restaurant. Oh, I didn't even notice that before. There's some steps over here too. Oh, I'm not going to get the whole thing though, so I'm going to cut it off. We'll do right about there. All right. This corner, all right, fine. I'm gonna move over a little more. All right, now we're done. Final crop. Let's work with the image. Come back to the color wheel. Wow, thank you, Neo. My goodness, I appreciate that. I'm glad everybody comes in and just has a good time and just relax and while we chop up all these images, right? I'm gonna work with the colors. Right, that's it still looks crooked, but the building's straight. It's these floating light balls here are messing with me. Let me punch in 1-to-1. Fix some of this here. Maybe that's too much. And I have no noise reduction options when I'm working with a JPEG because I'd like to clean up some of this color noise. And I can't clean up any of the other stuff either. That's all right. Hey Tom, how are you? It's okay. Let's bring up some of the gradation a little bit. And then I'm gonna do a vignette to kind of darken the corners. So I want to keep that sort of evening feel to it a little bit, and this brightness in the background is all right. That's just a hair too much vignette. All right, now let's do let's work with these colors now. So on the colors, I like the reds and the oranges. I wonder if I can bring up, what is this? Is kind of a red? No, it's a red orangey. Can that be brightened up a little bit? Not really. How about we do saturation on those? That helps a little. Let me see. I need more yellows. All right, one last ditch effort here is maybe this. Oof. That brought out the reds, but everything else is a bit too strong. But let me see if I back it off a bit. Back it off here a bit. Because originally I increased the saturation and stuff on this because I wanted to bring it out more, but a pop art filter is enough. A little bit less. A little bit more gradation now. And I'm debating if I should cool it off more white balance wise. No. Okay. Wow. Thank you, Tom. All right. I really appreciate that. You guys are so nice. Okay. Let's see. I think that's it. Not my best work here. I would, if I was in Lightroom, I would work with some of this noise a little bit. It's a little bit strong on this image. The only other art filter, let me try instant film. Yeah, no, that's crap. I'm gonna stick with the pop art that I had. All right, let's do a before and after. So now it looks like a party is going on, right? I feel like I wish I could get in a little tighter, but there's just not enough detail in here. I would love to get in a tight shot, like right in here, if there was more detail. But since there's not, I have to work on the whole scene with all these colors. Actually, I like... Oh, you know, now I'm seeing something else. I'm gonna forget the whole party deal. And let me just see what this looks like right down here. If I did that. No. Yeah, that's not working at all. That's interesting too, actually. Once you take away the distraction of all the people and everything and just focus on the most interesting thing here, that might work too. I don't know, what do you guys think? Does this work at all? I mean, I only went this route because the details got so much detail got lost. But I think I like the original one with the party. Let me see if I can back up to that. Yeah, this image. Once it renders properly. Yeah, I think this is the way to go. All right, let's move on. But yeah, a little noise reduction in Lightroom or something would help this image a lot. Oh, nice. So this is from Jose. Let's see what we used here. Oh, thank you, Nature. That was a man, these are really tough this week, right? This one hopefully will be easy. I mean, even the ones that look easy were really hard. This is a from Jose. Not much EXIF data here either. EM1 Mark 1 50 to 200 lens, f4 ISO 200, 1/250th zoomed out to 200. Okay. Everything looks perfect setting wise. And we got some good detail. So let's work on this detail a little bit. What if I just do that? Okay, that didn't do jack. We have a noise filter on? Oh, that's why. We got a noise filter on. Let's turn that off. We don't need that when we're at ISO 200. So anytime you're shooting ISO 200 in decent light, turn off your noise filter. You can see that brought back some of the detail right there. And let's see what like a half a pixel on the sharpening does. Maybe another... Yeah, right in there, around 1.5. Let's pick up the threshold a little bit. And let's try a low filter. Yeah, that cleaned it up nicely. Okay. And let's recrop. Let's stick to 4:3. And just crop in on the bird. Standing on one of those, like, what do you call those hot dog things? Cattail things? And all right, I think we're good on sharpness. There's a little bit of noise here. Let me fix that. All right. Now let's work with these colors. I think I need to be a lot warmer first. Now we're at 6,000K. We might have to go to 7,000. Let's see what that looks like. Let's try doing the eyedropper right on the bird's beak. Wow, it didn't like that at all. That is full on daylight. How about on this cattail? Nah, let's, I like my eye better. 7,000. And that's a little bit too warm. Let's try 6,600. Okay. And let's go with vivid. And let's go with, let's see, some clarity this time. Yeah, I tried on the beak, but apparently the beak is sunny daylight because it dropped down to like 5K or whatever. Okay, let me see how we're doing on detail. All right, we're still good. Now let's work with, let's turn this, oh, that's a good choice you did here with auto gradation, but let me see what normal looks like. All right, let's put it back to auto, and then we'll work with the tone curve instead. Okay, I'll try again, but I like this. I like this color here at 6,600 in terms of white balance. I want it to be a little warmer. The haze doesn't. Try a little more. All right, let's tone curve this just a tiny bit. Forget the haze. Right there. There we go. I want the bird to look black, not gray. Not lose too much detail. Right about there. Yeah, it's really, really a good lens. I don't know what the 50 to 200 is on the 4/3 system, but a little vignette. About 10, 7, let's see. Just a tiny bit, yeah. And I've got no color control, so let's see. We selected vivid. Let's see where we're at. I think we're good. I think that's all I would do there. Bob was thinking the gray point. I just don't think. Let me zoom in a little bit. I think this is going to make it too cold if I do that. Whoops. Right there. Turn this off. See, when I picked it, it picked 65, 67, so my eye was about right. Because the eyedropper here, when I dropped it here, look at the white balance. That's right. See, my eye is better than the computer. Let's look at it full screen. That looks good. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one. No, gray point beneath the white point. I don't know. Now I'm confused. I like 6500 or 6600K. Let's see. This is from Jeff. Look at this. This looks really iconic. Like I've seen this lighthouse before, maybe in another picture. Not like one submitted, but like on a like the ones you buy in the store. Or on a from an art store, not like, you know, the other stuff, but okay. Let me see. Let me see the gradation. I think if we go to auto gradation, that'll be a good starting point. And then yeah, 16:7 crop definitely on this. Let me see. Eesh. No, it's a little bit too tight there. I mean, I want to save that rock over here, but I don't think I can. It's too far away. And it's not what I was trying to do was tilt this a little bit. There. Okay, we still got plenty of details, so if we can save any of the we can save any of the colors in the cloud. If not, I might have to go black and white. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to save those skies. I mean, they're not clipped or anything, but there's a lot of colors in there. Don't cut the Asla Craig. I don't know what that is. Are you talking about that rock? Lasipis, you talking about this rock over here? Is that a big deal? Let me see what that rock is. No, it's too faded. I can't. I think this is better. Dang it, I don't think I can save the skies with any color. Because even in Vivid we're not there, and then cranking this up is not going to save it either. Still too much sky. Yeah, maybe. I was so focused on trying to save it that I didn't even think about what's the point if I'm going to crop it out anyway. Yeah, it's too much sky and there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, the only other big crop is Let me think. 16 by 7. I mean, if you guys really want to save whatever that rock is over there, you crop something like that. I mean, this kind of works if I keep these corners right. Let me crank this all the way up. I don't think there's any saving this rock though. It's just so far away. What am I doing on gradation? We're doing auto? Yeah. So I'm gonna go black and white. There's just not enough color here other than this green. So where are we? Monotone. Ugh. That doesn't look good either. Look at vivid again. Okay, I need to do a video on polarizer filters. I don't know if anybody's using these. You know, but that would really cut through a lot of this. It would just give it so much more punch. All right, let me reset my tone curve so I can do this for black and white. And this guy, this rock, I mean, if I try to save it more, it gets flat. Where are the tones on this? Right here. Flatten this a little bit. I can't do too much more. It'll start clipping stuff. All right, let me look at my crop again. Maybe come a little bit lower. No, that's too low. Right about. I think that's it. Okay. Let's do a before and after. I just was not able to. I mean, I guess it works that it still looks like it's in a distance. Dang it, I didn't really save the sky. It needs something. All the sky stuff is up here. Maybe like that helps a little bit. And this crop, maybe right there. All right, now I'm done. Let's do this. And Natures has been thinking about a polarizer, yeah. Looks a little flat, right? Yeah, it's just a little bit flat. I agree. Oh, this noise filter's on. What the heck? Let me turn that off. You guys need to be checking that noise filter, because look, what ISO are we at? We're at ISO 200. Yeah, turn the noise filter off. Okay, I think that's it. I kind of messed up the tone curve on the cloud here, but down. All right, I'm gonna stop here. Final answer. So, yeah, now we can see some stuff. I clipped the clouds a tiny bit, but at least we can kind of see everything at this point. Yeah. Yeah, this works. I had to go black and white though, unfortunately. All right. Okay, I'll check my email. All right, yeah, nice shot though. Okay. Thanks, nature. I try. All right, this is what the heck is going on here? This is just a pot or something. And there's some I mean, what is this place? This is a beautiful place, but you got this pot blocking this tree. And then all these beautiful flowers and this castle, whatever this is back here. It's a really touristy place. Look at all these people. I really like this part right here, believe it or not. Are the flowers? Oh, the flowers are out of focus. What I like here is I like this array of colors of all the different people's shirt colors with the colors of these flowers. I feel like there's some interesting things going on here. It's just everything's out of focus. The only thing sharp is this pot, whatever that is. You know, whatever this thing is, it needs some more context because just the way it's standing here is just blocking my view. All right, who sent this in? Neo. God, Neo. It's a Louvre in Paris. See, okay. All right, Neo. Yeah, I can't use that thing at all. I'm gonna just go super hyper artsy fartsy here. And just forget about that pot or Louvre, whatever you want to call it. I really like this part here. And the trees have some color too. There's all kinds of colors here. Let me go 3x2. I want to keep all the colors. All right, now. Yikes. Let me try this one. Nope. Keyline. Nope. Keyline 2, a little more detail. Nope. All right, so none of my first picks are working here, so let me think. Let's go soft focus and go crazy. Strangely, I think the white balance is about right on this one. Where's my... Dang it, is there... There's just no hope of that over there. Okay. Oh, let me straighten it out a little bit. Right. It's already level. So we have some skewing errors. What is the name of the program? I'm working with Olympus Workspace up here in the corner. All right, I think this is all I can do because everything's blurry. I just really like this colors of the shirts here, kind of going with the colors of the flowers. That was about it. So I just went really artsy on it. Because this to me is just killing me. This thing standing up here. There we go. Oh, my battery's dead. Give me a second here. All right. Neo says, I have the same shot with the castle in focus. I've sent you the hard one to edit. Okay, yeah, thanks. But that's fine. I always like a challenge. Let me change my battery real quick. And just for reference, that battery lasted, what is it, 1240? I started at 10. So that battery only lasted 2 hours and 46 minutes. That's a little bit on the low side. Of course, I use these I go through 100% of the batteries 2-3 times a week, every single one of them. That edit killed. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't do anything with this one, honestly. Wow, you guys are really tough this week. What is this? This is from John Follows. All right, you know, the next time when I give you guys a picture of mine to edit, I'm going to give you a hard one. Because you guys are killing me here. I mean, what is this thing here? It's some kind of windmill generator with no fins on it. Okay, let's straighten it. Let's see. So it's a little bit too much right there. And I'm thinking black and white, silhouette, vertical, and maybe save some of the cloud detail. So go monotone, vertical crop. So let's try 3x4. A little bit tighter here. And see if we can get some of the cloud detail back. Tiny bit of clarity, but then let's see if I can silhouette those trees a little bit. All right. Dang it, why is it crooked? Thought I straightened this. All right. Maybe silhouette was a bad idea. Let me reset this. It's still crooked though. Hold on. I don't know what's wrong with my eyes today. All right, tone curve this. Dang it, I'm just not seeing it here. Go really punchy. It's still crooked looking though. Why? Every time I look at it, it's like it's crooked again. And just a little bit of vignette. Let's see what other settings we have here. Turn it off. What do we shoot with? EM1X with a 40 to 150. Is this 40 to 150 Pro at f11? Why f11? Wow. Yeah, I would have shot this at f5.6 or f8 tops. Okay, let's do before and after. So, man, between the fruit flies and sorry, anyway, let's see. Yeah, I think a vertical, because you got these two vertical things sticking up. I need to straighten it again, though. Maybe there's a skewing error or something, but... And then you got the trees kind of sticking up next to it, so it just seemed like a vertical kind of image to me, a portrait style. And yeah, I think that looks all right now. Not a terribly interesting subject for me, but looks okay. And it looks like a mailbox giving birth to a jumbo jet. That's hilarious. I mean, the only other thing would be like maybe a dramatic tone filter. I mean, that's kind of interesting. You know, with all the other settings I applied. It needs to render, but that's the only other thing I would do. I think, you know, just give it some punch and go with the vertical stuff in there. All right, let's move on. Interesting though. Another tough one for me. Yeah, it's still leaning, right? Nature, I'm still not... Every time I tilt it, it just... I mean, that... Maybe that's better. Okay, let's move on though. But I think that's okay. Yeah, this looks better. At least now you want to look at it and see what's going on. I feel like over here you're like, meh, you know. But at least here you look at it and you're like, oh, what is all this stuff? Okay. Let's see. What do we got? Oh my goodness, this is from Wudang Academy. He has a channel. I think that's the name of his channel, where he does sort of martial artsy kind of stuff, right? And man, he's been following my channel since I started 3.5 years ago, or whatever, 3 years ago. I think he's shooting Sony now, though. I bet this is a Sony. Let's see if there's any EXIF data. Yeah, no EXIF data. I wouldn't be surprised though if this is if this weren't a Sony's. Let's see, 5:3. Oh no, maybe not. Unless it's already cropped, but this is about 16 megapixels. But see this width of 4928? The width of this image tells me that most likely not an Olympus camera, the way it's cropped and everything. But okay. Go black and white with a samurai, maybe. Like, what was that movie? Very famous Japanese samurai swordsman movie. But I don't think these guys are samurais. They're, dang, I didn't know Wudang Academy still follows my channel. Let me think. Let me just see what this looks like. I think that's pretty much it. Well, let's not do that. Let's see if we can save some of the highlights and stuff. Yeah, the 7 Samurais, that's the one. Oh, well, Neo said it right there. But yeah, I think black and white's the way to go. I just felt like the monotone, the grainy art filter was a little bit too much. Let me see if I can save some of the highlights here. Nope, they're gone. Send me a JPEG where there's clipped whites and stuff. And a slight vignette. Let me see, did I really clip the highlights here? Yeah, they're clipped. But I think this is framed really well. I like how the leaves are framing this guy. Is that a sword? Oh, it is a sword. Ah, he ain't kidding around. Okay. I think it's already framed really well. I would have liked to seen a little more on the right, just a little more space. But I don't know if I can crop this in without messing up the this is like a 3:2 kind of crop, so Yeah, I think it's already perfectly cropped. All right, that's my before and after. I just kind of made it a punchy black and white, basically, with a slight more crop. But this is already really, you know, I remember, I forget his name now, but we used to email each other. He used to email me photos that he took with his Olympus. I think he had an EM10 like 3 years ago. And total beginner pictures, right? I mean, they were just, you know, total beginner pictures. And this is like pro level, right? Really, well, you know, what do I know about portrait photography? Just call something pro level. But this is a huge improvement over from what he sent me 3 years ago. So nice. Good job. Really good. Let's move on. I like this. I'm gonna focus in on the left side here. I'm gonna do a vertical like this. Let me see. And vivid. Let me see. Turn the filter off. Give it some sharpness. Add a vignette. About like that. A little bit of straightening. I wonder if I can exaggerate this fence a little bit. Not that one, number 2. I want to give this kind of an instant film kind of look. Yeah, just a little bit more. Yeah, this art filter is not. Let me see what adjustments I have here, if any. I don't have any adjustments. One more vignette. Let me look at the crop again. Just need a little bit more space around the kid. Okay. I think that's it. Tiny bit in the shadows. Still a touch more. Let me look at this. Yeah, maybe a touch more. Just a touch more. I'm rethinking this crop. Yeah, I did a left and right blur filter, but it's not really coming into effect because that blur filter is tied to the focus point, and when you look at the entire image, the focus point is here, so the extra blur is coming out here. It's not getting within the crop frame, so that's It's not working. Let me see before and after real quick. This kind of works. I really want to go a little bit tighter. Because the baby's looking away, I feel like this is I feel like that's the problem with this image, is the kid is looking away. Like you can't even see side of the face or anything. So honestly, I feel like I need to crop in a lot tighter. Like just right about here. Even tighter than that. Just on the hands, maybe. Let me see. Yeah, I like this. Hold on. This is the direction I want to go. So I need to make the hands a little bit more prominent in the image. Dang it. Let me think. I feel like this works. Oh, I got a little bit of the kid's hair in now. That's what I was worried about. So, just like that. That's the other version I would do. But I think it needs to render a little bit. Yeah, there it goes. I think that kind of works. Maybe not even portrait, but go landscape with it. Let me just look at a landscape real quick. No, that's not gonna work. Yeah, that's not working. I think my original crop was the right one. The heck is that? Well, anyway, okay. Dang it, I can't get back to the edit that I had. Was it this one? No. One. I lost it. Oh, there. Well. Yeah, just the hands, right? Yeah, this one. There it is. Something like this. Fine. Final edit. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Where are we here? Wow, this is awesome. Perfect focus. What else is here? What is that? Just trying to see if there's anything else we can add into the image, but I think we just crop in vignette a little bit, add some contrast, and we're done. Finally, an easy one. Let's see, let's do square crop. Oops, crop in like so. Just enough to get some detail. Add this, add that. Ooh, that might be too strong. Hold on. Let me look at the EXIF real quick. EM1 Mark II, 40 to 150 f2.8 with a 1.4 tele converter. That's why it's so sharp. At 200 millimeters, 1/400th of a second f5, so perfect exposure. I guess we don't really need to add the color, but some vignette, definitely. Yeah, this is an awesome shot, right? Who sent this in? Samir? Yeah, this is pretty awesome. A little more vignette. And I did that. I think we're good. Noise filter off again. Maybe just a tiny bit more contrast. Where's my maybe just dehaze or something, or clarity. Yeah, I think you're right. John, yeah, John, I think a little bit of a, just a little bit of a tilt like that. And I have any colors here, and let me just work with the luminance a little bit yellows and orange a little brighter, greens a little bit darker. And just a hint of red. Okay, I think I'm done. That just needs to render a bit. I'm not sure, wait. Let me see. I feel like I need to do a little bit more. Maybe just some tiny bit more clarity. All right, now I'm done. We'll do a quick before and after. It looks like I didn't do anything but crop. But hopefully on your computer, the yellows look brighter. That's kind of what I was going for. Because it looks really good on my new screen over here. On my older screen, this older screen has got to go. Now I need to shop for monitors, right? Now that I got my computer out of the way. But I think that looks really good. Yeah, really good shot, Samir. All right, let's see what else we got. Wow, look at this dragonfly. Easy one. Let's see. Golly, we got everything in focus. This is like a macro lens or something. Let's see what this is. 40 to 150 f4. Man, this is the 40 to 150 kit lens on an EM10 Mark II. My God. That EM10 Mark II with the 40 to 150 kit lens has been like the best combination ever, right? Wow, really good. What'd they do? 1/30th of a second. So this is handheld, I assume, at f10. Holy crap. Really interesting settings. But nonetheless, a really good shot considering nothing. This is amazing. I'm gonna have to assume you had extension tubes or something. What are the dimensions of this image? Let me see. You used a full 16 megapixels, so this is, if you got this tight on a, you had to be using extension tubes. I don't know if Torrent is here, but this had to be with extension tubes. This is just, you're too tight. Let me think. I like this angle, but just a little bit. No extension tubes. You got this shot just like that. Wow. So this must be a giant dragonfly. All right, let's add just the sharpness in camera, turn this off. Let's tone the greens down a little bit and increase, oh, I can't do it. Oh, okay. So I can't work with the greens that way, so I'm going to white balance it then. So if I pull off a little green here, whoops, not this way. Maybe. Just pull off a little more green with the white balance. Lens and manual focus. Man, you did a good job though. I mean, f10 was an interesting call though. I don't know if I would have shot this at f10. But maybe that's how you got the entire frickin' dragonfly in focus. I need to do something with these colors though. Maybe just vivid. That helped. Where's my saturation? Let me throw in some clarity while we're at it. All right, let's do a slight crop. I don't think we need much. Okay, I think I'm done. So let that render for a second, but it needs to render. Come on. Because it looks soft if it doesn't render. But yeah, that looks really good. All I did basically was crop, tilt, and saturate. Not much else needs to be done. That looks really good. Awesome shot, Torrent. It's still rendering. It's weird. All right, there we go. If we look at it by itself, yeah, that's nice. You can see everything, man. Wow, 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 wow. Really good shot. Like, if I get one shot like that this year of a dragonfly, I would be so happy. Okay. You always start at F9. Really? Okay. This one, this is a raw file, but I guess in camera they were doing black and white. This is Roman's shot. And let's see. Let's look at the EXIF here. This is a Pen PL8 with a 14-to-150 kit, f5.6, ISO 320 at 1/250th. Okay, pretty decent shot there. Oh, Wu-Dang, how you doing? You're here. I know your name's not Wu-Dang. I think it's David or, oh God, I forgot your name. Because we haven't emailed each other like in 2 years maybe. Or maybe last year we emailed once. But God, your photography has come a huge way. You're much better than I am now. Because I remember when you first started emailing me some shots you took. Yeah, they were totally beginner shots, but you're doing really well now. And your channel is awesome too. I catch your live streams once in a while with the Tai Chi or whatever, the Wu-Dang thing you were doing over there. But anyway, let me go back to this. Let me go back to this image here. This has got to be vertical. Yeah, it's a little soft. It's slightly out of focus, Bob. Definitely. But I think right in here, this is where I would go with this image. And let me see what the color looks like. Let's see. Yeah, I think black and white is better. Let's go with a green filter. Let's see what red filter does. I think the red filter is going to jack up the shirt though. Yeah, I think green is the right choice. And lots of dehaze, a little bit of clarity. We need some vignette. And let's pull in just the blackest blacks here. And then we'll pull up the shadows again, or the midtones. A bit too much on the vignette. How do I add some more grit? Let me try 100% clarity. Yeah, I think that works. What is this? This is a, yeah, we looked at this Pen PL8, right? Yeah, I'm just kind of going gritty. Just a hair more contrast. I think I'm done. Okay. So that's the before and after. Yeah, I don't get this whole thing on the right of this, the original. It just doesn't help. It's just in the way again. So the idea is just these two guys talking. I mean, the focus point is on this mailbox or whatever this is. This could be an interesting shot by itself, right? But as it is, this guy's bicycle is interesting, so that's the edit I would go for. Just super gritty. All right. Let's try. Whoops. I have an architecture shot that needs some skewing things done to it because it's kind of like this. And I like these colors. Mr. Fabio sent me this one. So let's see what the EXIF here is. EM5 Mark III with a 12 to 45 f4. ISO 200 at 5.6, 1/250th. Shot at 15 millimeters. Okay. That all looks pretty solid. We're pointing up a little bit, and I get it because you didn't want to get this road. But I would have done I think a landscape with just the colors here would have worked. Because the clouds are just a mess. I mean, there's nothing going on here. And this building's okay, but I'm gonna crop right in here. And this road going around, I don't know. Oh, let me see. Oh, why? Why did... Right here and right here. I think right about there. That looks like about a 16 by 9. Well, I'm gonna have to make one 9 by 16. Come in right about here, crop in. Okay. Oh. Let me try a different one, 3 by 4. Yeah, that works. Yeah, I don't think I need this. Let me see what's over here. That kind of works. Not crazy about that, but let me fix the skewing now, if I can. There, that's better. Yeah, the car wheel. Yeah, I might have to work with that. All right, where's my gradation now? Yeah, this wheel has to go. It's just in the right spot though. I like the crop before. I need more of the line here. Let me see. This works for me. But that car is in the way. I seriously doubt I can brush that out. Okay. Not a great job on cloning, but that's what I'm gonna do. It's a little bit off, but that's okay. And let me see. I think that's it. You like the curve of the building on the left? I'm not so sure. All right, let me crank up the saturation some more. Even pop art didn't really. This yellow and the blue. Oh, wait. That's saturation. I want saturation yellow. And blue. Okay. Hi, Lacey. How are you? Yes, nature says it's better now without the car wheel. I know I didn't do a great job on cloning, but that's all right. Let's see the before and after. I like the blue here, actually, in this other building. I don't want to bring too much in. I think it's just too much. I want to focus on just right here, this road going down this row of houses. I think that works. The curved building on the left makes the eye move to the depth of the building on the left. Kind of. You'd have gone portrait. I think I tried that, right? I was looking at this. I mean, this works too. I mean, just for a rough crop. But I wish the color over here was a little better. That actually looks good too. Now we got this whole building that everybody loves. When I do my architectural or real estate photography, if the property is these buildings over here, like I'm trying to sell this yellow one, I do not want to see this building here on the left. So that's just kind of my professional eye kind of you know, or let me rephrase that. My professional bias is messing with me here, because I would not include this building if I'm trying to sell this building over here. But I guess as a photo, when we don't care about, you know, if we're trying to sell a building, it does look a little better with this building here, giving some framing and perspective of the whole image. Okay, let's move on. But that's a nice shot. I really like the colors. I think that's the main thing about this image, is I wanted to bring out the colors. Because over here on the left is, oh, that's one thing I didn't do. Now that I look at them side by side, I need to warm this up to about 6,500 K. That might have been too much. 6,200. Because I already cranked up the yellows. We don't need to warm it, I guess. But anyway, that's kind of where I would go once this renders out. It's not rendering. There it goes. Anyhow, yeah, I think that looks a lot better, the colors and everything. All right, gosh, so many more to go here. All right, let's see. Oh, Randy, how are you? I was wondering where you were. Oh, look at this bird. What's he doing with his neck? All right, we're gonna have to work on this detail. But so this has got to be a kit lens or something. Maybe not. Let me look at the exit before I say anything. Oh, 75 to 300. Yeah. I thought this looked familiar. This is the same challenge I have with my 75 to 300. It's just always a little bit soft when you're zoomed all the way out because you're at 300 millimeters, ISO 800 no less. But you had to be because you're f8 and 1/160th of a second. So my recommendation here is shoot wide open at like f6.3 or 6.7, whatever that lens wide open is, and keep the ISO lower. With this lens, keep the ISO as low as possible because when you got a soft lens, you combine that with high ISO, there's no hope of saving that image. But okay, other than that, yeah, let's see what we can do. Let me try and sharpen this first. I don't think this by itself is gonna do it, so let's do unsharp mask. Of it there, and let's just go about halfway. Let's do 2 pixels, threshold about 20, a little more threshold. All right, let's crank this up more. All right, good. And that's, yeah, the shutter speed's too low. But that's the problem with this lens, is it's just so slow. That's why the Canon lens that they came out with, the f11s and stuff, oh my god. Oh wait, hold on, let me concentrate a bit here. Okay, we'll stick with that, but let's brighten it. This is Ian's shot. All right, why am I playing with this pop art? Because I want to. All right, let's warm it up a tiny bit. And let's pull the color off a little bit. It's too strong. Like that. And oh, I can't do any set adjustments on the colors here, so haze. Ah, this pop art might be too strong. I can't pull the colors off anymore. Yeah, let me forget this pop art. Let me do the colors myself. Do that. And we'll pull in a vivid. I don't know, this is not strong enough now. But that's all right. The others, it was too strong the other way with the pop art, so I'm just gonna. All right, let me leave that here, but pull this. Where's my gradation? Gradation would do this. Where are we at here? Let me do auto. Reset this and then pull it. Okay. Right there. Perfect. A little bit of vignette. And the crop. Where's the 4x3? Let's not crop too much because the detail's gone. Maybe about right there. All right, good. Let's see how we did on the feathers here. A little bit strong. Go back here. I'm trying to save this fine detail in the feathers if I can. I mean, I got some of it back. But okay. I think I'm done. Let's do a before and after. So I pulled the shadows up a little bit, added some sharpness and contrast, and saturated the heck out of it, and I think we're done. And it's very, very slight crop. So there you have it. So yeah, I think the only thing I would have done differently is I would have shot this wide open just to save a little bit on the ISO. But there's definitely some motion blur here too as well. If you're at 1/60th of a second, I guaranteed the bird moved just enough as well. But really, really good shot otherwise. You know, within the limits of the gear that you have, this is really amazing. And we were still able to pull out some of the details, right? Because if you look at like just the sticks and the flowers, I mean, it's not bad. A little more tweaking, I could get this a little cleaner, but yeah. That looks really good. All right, what do we got here? Oh, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, okay. Let's see. John McCormick. The cat. Oh. I don't think there's anything I need to do here. What are these dots here? Like he's laying on his own little cat pillow of some kind. Or a chair. This looks, you know, this is probably a chair outside. But the lighting looks a little bit artificial. Let me look at the EXIF here. Maybe there's some clue. EM10 Mark II, 40 to 150 kit lens. ISO 800, 1/40th of a second. So it was dark. So this is totally natural light. Very soft natural light. That's pretty amazing. I don't know if I would change anything except maybe crop the heck out of it. other than that, I mean, yikes, that's terrible. Oh, I lost my aspect ratio. Hold on. I don't know if that's helping at all. I'm just I'm just trying stuff. Give me a second. Something along these lines. This is a JPEG. All right. Oh, it's a TIFF. Okay. This is the filter I wanted. This one. Yeah. A little bit less effect. A little more contrast. And let's sharpen it back up. A little more contrast. Let me just try the haze. Yeah, I think that's all I can do with this, and some just a tiny bit of warmth. No, it doesn't need any warmth. Okay. Okay. That's the only thing I would do differently. I mean, I really like the natural light, but I feel like the image on the right really focuses on what's going on. It's a cat sleeping. And if he was sleeping on something a little more interesting, I might, you know, frame out a little bit wider like he did here, but this is just not that interesting. It's just a white background. So like if you were selling the cat as a product, maybe for product photography, but this doesn't have, I don't know, I like this crop better. Right? Bob says you would go wider with the nose more central. The only problem with that, Randy, is, I'm sorry, Bob, is I don't like this ear in the shot. You know? Why is my screen doing this? I don't like this ear. So that's why I didn't go wider. Basically. But this is all curled up. Okay. Nice shot though, John. I think that's that's a very different take on the same image though. This is a lot like the last one. Let's see. Same 300mm. Oh, look, they got a white tuff on his front here. I think I'm just gonna do, because this is the same lens. Let me look at the settings here. f5.7, so you're not zoomed in quite as much. But still 1/1000th of a second. This will be a fast edit because I just did this similar one. Do one by one. I don't know if I should go this way or this way. This way's better. Make sure I didn't lose the feathers. And add this. And sharpen. Unsharp. About half. About 2 here. And 20 here. And vignette. And clarity. Saturation. And mess that up. Hold on. Oh, I forgot Vivid. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Bob. And let me look at the feathers. Oh, I need to do a low noise filter. Maybe dial this back a bit. Is it the unsharp mask causing this? Let me just see a little bit. Okay. It's a little bit off on the color. And some vignette. I need more vignette. Something's not right up here. It's like I need to be a little tighter maybe. Okay, I think I'm done. So yeah, basically the same thing, right? Add some sharpness and some saturation, then adjust the curve so we can see some of the colors or shades in the birds. But man, these are really cool looking birds. All the, like, this whatever's on this neck going around, and this white puffy thing. But yeah, all right. What is that? I think that's a barracuda. Man, you are risking your life with those barracudas. Who sent this in? Trumpet. Bauschman, Buman. I can't read that. Anyway, what is this, a JPEG too? So I got no white balance. I'm not going to be able to save the white balance on this at all. Yeah, so let's just forget about white balance. If I had the raw file, I might be able to save the white balance, but I cannot. So we'll just go black and white. Gosh, there's a lot of room in here. Neil P. Luke Buteman name, which means Lock Beautiful Morning. Translate in English. Oh, okay, thanks. What is this? This has been cropped already from 17. But this is already heavily cropped. Not sure I'm doing this picture any favors. Ah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's all I can do. It's already been cropped, I think. And this weirdo fish. Yeah, unfortunately, when you have white balance way off like this, because it's underwater, understandably, I can't save it if I get a JPEG. So that's why I went black and white. And it's already been kind of cropped pretty heavily because we're down to about, what, 4 megapixels. So, that's all I could do with this one. But man, being underwater, I used to snorkel a lot. And after some barracuda incidents, I don't snorkel anymore. Trumpet fish, the yellow ones look amazing. Okay. Yeah, I had an incident with some freaking barracudas and some other fish and sharks. I ain't snorkeling anymore. Let's see. This is a JPEG from Trevor. Wow, it's really dark though. I don't think I can save this one either. Let me see. I think everything's clipped to black. Let me just see what's in here. This dock looks familiar though. I feel like I've done a picture of this dock before. But it was a daytime shot. I'm just gonna do this. Let me see. Maybe just gradation. All right. That's fine. Now, a tough one. Right? And I don't think the highlights. Okay. Daytime with an orange fork left on the dock. Maybe. Yeah, the paddle steamer. Yeah, I remember this now. Yeah, I forget what I did on the last one. But this one has some really rich colors that I'd like to save. And the lines are straight. Let me just look at a mono real quick. That might work better. I hate to go monochrome every time, but I like that better. And then just a little tighter crop. Take a little off the top. Maybe 16 by 7. I wonder how close this is to the last edit that I did. Okay, I think I'm done. Right there. So yeah, I mean, it was just so dark. I just had to work with that gradation thing to bring the shadows up without blowing the highlights out even more than they are. And then I just went black and white. Because I don't think there's just not enough in the JPEG for me to save this sky here, this twilight type scene. So this ultimately this picture is underexposed, basically. But I think that looks all right now, right? That looks pretty good. A little bit of banding, but okay. Let's see what else we got. One more. A long exposure. What's this? This looks like about 10 seconds maybe. Let's see. F18, 30 seconds. My bad. All right, 30 seconds. Oh, okay. So, well, yeah. If a car went from here to here, that's probably 30 seconds. EM10 Mark III with a 25 Lumix F17 F18. 30 seconds. That's a good job on the exposure. Luke Rod. Oh, I think Luke was here. I don't know if you're still here. Good job on the exposure. I gotta go vertical. And I'm gonna get rid of these blue signs over here and just, let me see. No loose bits dangling in the water. Yeah, I did mess up that one a little bit. Maybe not quite that wide. Let's do 3 by 4. Dang it. Ah, I was think wide crop. at the top. Soft UV fun. No, I wouldn't. I want to keep the light trails. The trails over here are too weak, but right in here, there's some good crosses here. Like this line's going underneath this line, and this line is waving over here. I like this, and then we have this straight lines of this building lights. I like this too. Yeah, this is a good job on long exposure. Good exposure overall. I need to tilt it a slight bit. Let me look at this crop for a second. I want to get a little bit more on the left side. So let's see, right there. Okay, good. Now, do we have any color control? Yeah, so saturation, let's see where we can pull some blues in, because the picture's a little bit, all this tungsten lighting is jacking up everything else. So let's pull the oranges out. Oh, maybe not that much, but some. I can't do it without losing the reds, so I might have to do it with a white balance. Let me try some white balance tricks. I don't think I can do it with just saturation. Okay, bye Agnes. Or hi Agnes. I didn't know if you're coming or going. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, I'll come back to the nature. I'll come back to the overall exposure. I just want to get this is the action down here. I just want to get the colors somewhat right down there. And then a bleach bypass? I don't think that works too well at night, but I'll try it. Let me just look at it real quick. That's an interesting idea. Not too bad. I like it. Let me try bleach bypass 2. Yeah, that not a bad idea. That's not the worst. That's not the worst thought, trying that, but okay. Let's see if we can bring some of this back. I don't know. I kind of like the bleach bypass. I kind of want to go back to that, but let me see if I can fix some of this. I can save any of that building. Yeah, I like the bleach bypass. That was a good suggestion. Who suggested that? Neopill. Of course you did. A little bit too much contrast now. Okay, let me see if I can work with these tones a little bit more. I want to get more contrast here. And these buildings, can I bring those back a little bit? Where are we? Oh, these are way down here. Dang it, I can't. I had them before. What happened? Let me get rid of this pin. And pull this pin. Okay. I think that's it. I'll be here all day tweaking this, but this is I just basically went vertical in a bleach bypass filter, then some contrast and tone curvy stuff. But yeah, I think the idea of this line on the left here coming out of this corner and leading into the buildings. But these blue signs, I like these because they contrast with this yellow really well. This might be a separate picture right here on the right side. But because this line is going into here and then gets cut off by the signs, I didn't like that. So that's why I wanted to kind of stop right. I didn't mean to zoom in. That's why I wanted to stop right along here. I didn't want this, your eye to get blocked by these blue signs, basically. But I really feel like that's, okay, Torin, we'll see you later. I really think that there's two pictures here. The other one is on this side over here. See, let me show you. Something, well, it's not the best crop, but something, something along these lines. This is like another image, right? Right here. Because now you have down here on the bottom. But okay. Now let's look at the images that you guys added of mine, and then we'll call it. Because I'm starting to lose my voice here. The original image was a mess. I can't find it now because I just updated my computer. But let's look at what you guys did. The original image was like a wide crop like this, but it was in color. So, oh, the image was taken by your partner, the Barracuda? Oh, okay. Sorry I couldn't do much with it, though. It was just, I did my best, though. Okay, so this is close to the original image, but basically, who sent this one? Luke Rod, basically, he silhouetted this tree a little bit and cropped in, which is, this is not as interesting without the original image, is it? God, thank you, Randy. Let me look at the EXIF. Maybe I can find it real quick. Thank you so much, Randy. I really appreciate it. 2020 8/16. No, that's the change date. Date taken. 2019 8/16. Okay, let me find the original real quick. All right, so that was my real estate job from the other day. $2019, that was fourth quarter, 8, right? No, that's second quarter. third quarter, sorry. 8/16. And let's see. Did I flag it? I did not flag it because it was not a good picture. Did I star it? Oh, this is my edit. Okay, so let me show you mine first, since it's here. Yeah, so I can reset this. Develop, reset. All right, that's the original image. Just so you guys know. What I sent everybody this picture here. And then my edit was this. I cropped in, silhouetted the trees, and added a little softness. And I went with a wide crop, right? So not very good. Not a very good edit. I mean, it looks better than this, but let's see what you guys did now that we know what you got. So yeah, Luke Rod did very similar to what I did. I did a little bit more softness than he did, but that's pretty much what I did. Who sent this one? This is, someone's always compositing my old images together. This was Hugh Perry, Soft to Be Fun, I think. All right, let's start at the top. Bob Tishmarsh. Wow, look at this sky. It's crazy. This is too strong for my eyes. This is like my least favorite color in the entire color spectrum. But you recovered these greens really well. And I like the square crop. That kind of works. Let's see what else we got. Ian sent this one. Wow, you just got rid of the grass and the sky and everything and just went with the branches. Not sure I'm a fan of this. I kind of like the pattern. I would have cropped in a little lower though. That's a little bit too tight. Turquoise surprise, right? Yeah. Wow, this is pretty awesome. I like this one. Nice soft tones, totally different look. Instead of silhouetting, you know, you brought everything back. I like that. I like this. This is a good crop too. Instead of going wide, you went tall. I like that. Who did this? Ivan. Nice one. Oh, wow. Look at this. This looks like something in a desert, right? Like a cowboy movie or something. What you need is a silhouette of a horse over here on the left. Like maybe composite one in. Who does that all the time? Wow, good edit though. I really like the look and tone of this. This is really very, very different than I did. The only thing similar to what I did was that it is very soft, but I would have never thought of going this way with the colors. These warm earthy tones. This is really nice. And let's see, Deb O'Connor. She went total black and white silhouette. I get that though. This would look good framed, like somewhere. Yeah, if you frame this, just a silhouette. I like that. Okay. It's missing the Marlboro Man. That's funny, Agnes. Yeah, this one here, right? Missing the Marlboro Man. You're right. Oh my god. Let's see. This was somebody did same thing Bob did. Paula King. They went the same direction kind of. Brought out the greens and the blues. But the crop, I like this vertical crop. That I like. Like I said, I'm not crazy about this shade of blue, but everything else I like. Some weird kind of green frame too. Added on. Okay, I don't like this green frame, but I kind of like everything else. This must be Surge. Yeah, of course, right? I wish I could like not see who it was from before I make a guess. I try not to look. Like this one I knew was Surge as soon as I saw the image. I like this crop too. Front and center, a little bit of vignette, some sort of paint filter or something added to it, a watercolor filter. I really like this one too. Really nice. I like this vignette down here along the bottom. Really nice. Yeah, age style, right? That looks really good. And then this, yeah, this is soft to be fun. Always, somebody's always compositing an old picture of mine. Look at this honking camera I got here. This is a Nikon D850 with a 70-200 f2.8. That, it's not my camera, it was my buddy's camera. But I like the editing otherwise. Very warm. And this looks like mine, but not as soft. Oh, we looked at this one already. What is this? Tree Trunk Jonas did this. God, this looks totally fake now. It doesn't even look like a real place, right? It looks like something you would put in the back of your fish tank as a backdrop, right? For your fish. Interesting. I like the center though, but that's why it looks like something you put in a fish tank. It's kind of weird. Luminar Sky. And what's this? This is from Neo. Wow. This is pretty awesome. I like the framing that's done, but I like how this is what? Some kind of this is like a watercolor filter too. This is good. I like this though. See, this blue is darker than the blue that I don't like. I don't like this blue right about here. But wow. Man, lots of cool edits here. Lots of great edits. I like these. Thanks for doing those. Those are great. Those are really good edits. Well, okay, I need to call it, guys. It's a almost 3 hour stream on edits alone, and my voice is starting to crack. So I really appreciate everyone who joined me today and editing my photos and for sending your photos in for me to edit. I really enjoy doing those, and it helps me, and hopefully I'm helping you at the same time. But I'm gonna do another one maybe on Thursday, so look for that. But otherwise, thanks everybody for joining, and we'll see you again next week. I don't have an end thing anymore.